Hey, how's it going? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Yeah, we've got another video. This is Mike Burnfire. This is Military Stories number 2. Yeah, I liked the first one actually. It was actually better than I expected it to be, funnier than I expected. Because you've heard all these military stories over and over and over again, especially when you're in. Yeah, it's just your normal banter from usually like these guys are obviously army and stuff like that. Army, I don't know. One of them's a Marine, maybe. I don't know. But I'm more familiar with the Marines and the Navy. But I was in the Navy for 6 years and I'd never been on a ship. I was in the Seabees, so it's mostly green side stuff. Construction battalions and convoys and all sorts of shit. So yeah, let's guess that's pretty much it. Good intro. Good intro, Charlie. All right. Yeah, let's go.
Have you ever consumed so much water that you puked?
Yes, I have been
Overhydrated?
I have been overhydrated
No, not
before,
really.
and it is awful. I just came back from leave, and I had to pee in a cup to prove that I hadn't done drugs.
Oh yes, I remember this story.
Yeah.
Because you're very shy when it comes to urinating in public.
I was very shy when it comes to urinating in public, and I had to pee very badly, and all the drill sergeants were very angry that I wouldn't pee, or that I couldn't.
It's a good way is down a monster before you have to do a piss test. I figure that generally helps me anyway. But I always have to piss. I'm always ready to piss. Always ready
Pee
to piss.
for their urinary analysis test.
for their pleasure,
They wanted to watch.
and they wanted to watch me pee. That's how they get off. So I basically ended up drinking 7-8 gallons of water.
Because they would tell you to pee in a cup, and you couldn't. So they'd force you to drink a bottle or two of water, and you couldn't still.
So I drink more water, and I had drank so much water that I just started throwing up uncontrollably. The entire time, this one drill sergeant was running around the room with a baseball bat, breaking things and screaming, "Private, if you don't pee right now, I'm gonna cave your skull in and I'm gonna fuck you to death." It was probably the most horrifying
Fuck you to
experience of
death.
my entire life, and I'm including getting
Yes,
mortared.
sir.
Oh, the things you'll see. I don't want to brag, but I do have 6th rank expert marksmanship.
Wait a minute, expert marksmanship only goes to 4 ranks.
No, it goes to 6.
What are you trying to pull?
What are you talking about? I don't know how your army shooting works. Probably less than my effective Marine Corps shooting.
I guess maybe one of them was in the Marines. Yeah, I never got expert. I only got sharpshooter. That was the highest I got, and I think it's because I didn't even they didn't even know I needed glasses until my exit medical screening. So yeah, right now I'm nearsighted. Yeah, nearsighted. It gets more blurry the further things get out. I always get confused, nearsighted, farsighted. But yeah, I guess, and I'm also left eye dominant. I didn't know that either until like the very end. So, fuck.
It's okay. You can wallow in your mediocrity by comparison. It's fine.
Did you get sharpshooter
Oh no.
or marksman?
Oh no. I did not get either of those. I got expert.
I'm sorry, expert.
Yes. I don't know if you have the same marksmanship.
Yes, Mike,
ranking.
I got expert every time.
Did you get the pizza box? You got the pizza box, didn't you?
No, I got expert marksman.
You got the toilet seat.
Actually, in basic training, I didn't get expert marksman, but that was because when we went to the final qualifying range, I went to tap the magazine to seat all the rounds properly in it, and the bottom of the magazine exploded outwards, and the rounds ruptured all over the place. So I basically was panicking trying to single-hand load my M16 on a course that requires the use of 2 fully loaded magazines.
I was also on the firing range, and I had an issue. I had 20 rounds in a magazine, and while I got to the firing range, I noticed that there was a live round on the ground, and I thought, oh no, one of my rounds must have fallen out. So I chambered that one, and then I shot at my target. It was a little weird that all the instructors were counting our shots, and I had 21 shots on mine.
Okay.
Figured out the mathematical fucking equation to solve the lack of ammo.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I think there's something wrong with this gun.
It jammed a little bit.
Yeah.
If it jams, that's what you gotta do. You gotta push
Gotta-
forward on that. What do you
Yep.
call it?
The jam enhancer.
Jam enhance. I don't think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it is. It's called the jam
I've
enhancer.
used that once in my entire military career, and I have never used it since that.
Yeah, I've never had to use that. I don't even remember what it's called. The forward something or other. I don't know. This forward something or other. I just know rack, bang, chamber. I don't know. Something like that. It's been a long time. There's a 3-step thing that it's called that rap, tap, bang. Something like that. I don't fucking remember.
I can't believe you
It's
found a
been so
use
long.
for it.
Well, my entire rifle was completely filled with sand and dust.
I never had that experience.
Because some genius decided we were going to do a firing range in the middle of a sandstorm. Hooray!
I was cleaning my rifle one time, and I just couldn't figure out how to send the bolt home. And I told my fellow Marines sitting next to me, I said, I can't figure out how to send the bolt home. Look, I'm pushing the button, and it's not sending the bolt home.
Yeah, you don't
And he
push
looked
it.
at me with this look of incredulity and said, that's because that's the magazine release button.
Wow.
So
If I had known that about you, I would have said that we can't be friends anymore.
Holy shit, that's pretty bad. That's that's not good. Yeah, you wanna click the slide lock as you wanna unclick that. That's ridiculous.
While I was in the military and I lived in the barracks, we had a thing that was called Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers, or BOSS.
sounds like a dating meetup program.
No, but it was
BOSS.
supposed to help create fun events for people that lived in the barracks, so they didn't
Oh,
just sit in the
God.
barracks and drink all the time.
That's pretty
It was
fun,
like, oh, we're gonna have this meeting out here, and there's gonna be baseball and food and fun times, and
Mandatory fun is what we called it. That's stupid.
there'll be people playing music.
I
and,
love those days. Those are so fun.
and you have to show up in civilian clothes, and also we're having a formation afterwards, which you have to be in uniform for.
What?
That part's not so fun.
I'm literally in the middle of work. I have 15 weapons that need to be fixed right now, but I have to go to the mandatory fun
Yep.
day, so whoop-de-doo. So I had to go back from work to the barracks, get changed into civilian clothes, go to this meeting, and they were like, oh, there'll be food there. So I didn't eat lunch.
I know where this story's
Uh-oh.
going. Was this your first?
Okay. My shitty internet again. Sorry about that. I am fucking struggling here with this internet. I have 5G and it really sucks.
Mandatory fun day, or were you aware of the procedure for
Oh,
that?
I was aware of the procedures for mandatory fun day. But
If
usually
you-
when they said there's going to be food there was food there that you didn't have to pay for.
You say this isn't your first mandatory fun day, but I think you would have learned by now to always have a can of SpaghettiOs or a packet of jerky, because you know this kind of garbage happens all the time.
So show up for the mandatory fun day. They have hot dogs.
$5 a pop.
Yep.
Yeah, which are $5 a piece.
For
It's
charity,
so
right?
ridiculous.
No, it goes to the Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers thing so that they can have more fun meetings like this.
Pretty much charity, but it's a terrible charity.
It's a terrible charity that means that the sergeant
It's
who lives
bad.
in the barracks and who runs the Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers thing can go frickin' skydiving. Whereas I'm stuck sitting at the barracks getting drunk because I don't have anything else to do. Anyway,
I'd rather get drunk.
show up there. I have to pay like $5. I don't have any money. Then I have to go to a formation. So I have to go back to the barracks, get changed into my uniform, put on my black wool
wool
hat
hat.
that I have to wear in the
What? We don't do that shit in the Navy. That's stupid. I don't even think I can't even remember what kind of uniform I would have worn. A black wool cap in the Navy. Maybe dungarees, but they don't use those anymore. Yeah. In the summer. Let me guess, he passes out. I'm guessing this is where this is going. Don't lock out your knees.
summer in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Where it feels like 120 degrees outside. I stand in formation for 10 minutes and then pass out because my blood sugar is too low.
Yep. That's
This
about,
isn't a
sounds
unique
about right.
story for you, but it is.
No, this happens to pretty much everybody in the military.
Yeah.
I wake up and my first sergeant and a medic are dragging me away from the formation.
Did you get the silver bullet?
No, I didn't.
No.
The medic that was dragging me back was not part of...
I got a good story about that one. I was on a field training exercise in Fort Hunter Liggett, and that's it's in California. It's like almost, it's in King County, California. It's like the middle of California. It's like, the Republican part of California, surprisingly, there is one. So we're putting up, shit. God damn it. What are they called again? HESCO barriers. We're putting up HESCO barriers. We're not filling them with dirt or sand or anything. We're just putting them up like a mock perimeter, like front gate sort of thing. And my friend next to me, like, all of a sudden just collapses and he starts seizuring and shaking. And he's having a heat stroke. And then they get all the cool compresses and they put it under his armpits. You put one in the groin, take your shoes and socks off. Those are all the areas you want to get to. And then I go into this little medical setup they have, and he's laying like on his stomach, and he's just like coming to, and I'm just sitting there, just like cooling off because they have air conditioning in there. And then they shoved that cylinder below up his ass. It's a thermometer, an anal thermometer. And then I'm not gonna say who it is because it was kind of embarrassing. Probably wouldn't want me saying his name. I think he's still in the Navy actually. But he started crying, and that was kind of weird. Anyway,
Sort of like an organized medical thing. He was just a medic that was standing in formation behind me.
Oh, you're lucky they didn't have any thermometers on hand.
Thank God. According to him, this is pretty much what happened. This is bullshit. I fell into the person in front of me and knocked him over.
Good.
I wake up, my first sergeant and a medic are dragging me back, and my first sergeant is cussing me out and telling me that I have disgraced him and the entire unit because I passed out. The medic is telling the first sergeant that he needs to shut the fuck up because I just passed out, probably from low blood sugar. Mm-hmm. And also because it's 120 degrees outside. He's like, did you eat at all today? And I was like, no, I didn't eat. I went to the boss meeting. And he's like, you got to eat before those things, man. They charge you money.
Because it wasn't his first rodeo either.
Anyway, long story short, I passed out because the army said that there was going to be food there, and then there wasn't food there, except there was food there, but I had to pay money for it.
Like they do every year.
Yeah. Mandatory fun days are the worst.
they are pretty shitty.
Oh man, when we got sent to Africa, we got 2 guys that fell out of heat stroke the first day because they had to sleep under the freaking 120-degree sun.
Oh, that seems like a great idea.
Don't worry, we had plastic tents to sleep in that had no ventilation.
Yes. They have
when I first went to Africa, we first went through the Horn of Africa, which is where everybody goes, I guess. Djibouti. And, we had Connex boxes. And then after that, we were going to NMCB3. We got put in Djibouti. That's where, the main place was. And then me and some other people, we had a small detachment, about 15 people that got sent to Comoros, which was awesome. Their stories I must tell later on a video about that. Now that I'm safely out of the Navy, I'm pretty sure I can tell one of these stories. Because we almost got in trouble. It was kind of 2 times we almost got in trouble. I'm pretty sure I can tell this story comfortably. But we're going to tell that story someday. It'll be an SMR story, ASMR story.
so they just keep all the humidity and the moisture in there.
Me and another guy had night shift, so we spent the entire night shift guarding the equipment. And then during the day, everyone else went out, and we got to sleep in the hot, hot sun.
Yay.
Oh, God.
And it was already steaming hot at 9 in the morning. So I couldn't sleep. I'm naked and I'm still sweating, so you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to put my gear back on, and I'm just going to use my off time to play cards, because there's nothing else I can do. Meanwhile, the other guy stayed in the tent for about 15 minutes and started getting delusional.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And he starts yelling,
I also got heat stroke. I got heat stroke in Africa, in Comoros. That's another good story. I got so many stories.
"Hey, Mike, are you
I got
feeling
stories.
hot?" And of course, because I had left, he didn't hear anything. So he starts panicking, thinking maybe I had passed out. So he jumps out of his tent in nothing but his boxer shorts. He starts ripping open tents because he can't remember which one I'm staying in, yelling, Mike, where are you? Speak to me, Mike. And we're not too far away, so we see the ruckus. We turn our heads, and we see this guy screaming and ripping into tents.
It sounds like a vision from a meth-fueled nightmare. Like he was high on angel dust and was just ripping open tents trying to find you so that he could eat your organs.
Well, thank God he couldn't find me. I was too busy playing Caravan.
Oh, God. Why were you in Africa?
Oh, for training drills.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
deployed or anything. We're just hanging out with the
What?
Senegalese troops. And one of them got...
In Senegal? Okay. That's weird. Yeah, just for training. I got sent to Comoros to build a school. So, I guess I got kind of lucky. Comoros is pretty nice, though, for Africa. It was all right. It's a jungle, sort of like a tropical sort of environment. It's East Africa, so it's good.
Kept making moves on our sergeant.
I remember you telling me about that.
You can be my third wife.
Corporal Clegg, I present you with your Purple Heart. Wear it with honor.
Good.
How's it going?
Now that we're talking to Corporal Clegg again, can I tell you a really quick funny story about when I was in the military?
I love quick funny stories.
Okay. We were doing like a redeployment ceremony, which is when you get back from Iraq, and they have a big ceremony that's supposed to be, as everybody in my chain of command said, well, this ceremony's for you guys. And then I kept thinking, why the hell do I got to stand in the hot Louisiana sun for 3 hours while some guy talks about shit that I know I did?
While some guy fillets you in the hot sun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have to practice for those?
Yes, I had to practice for both of them.
Because
I don't remember doing
requires
that.
practice.
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks of practicing for ceremonies. Anyway, at one of them, whenever we would practice, instead of the sergeant major giving his whole long-winded speech about everything that I know we did in country, he would just stand up there and walk up to the microphone and say remarks complete and go and sit down.
Because he didn't have to give the whole speech for the practice.
They practiced it at home, in the comfort of their house, in the comfort of air conditioning. Unlike me, because I'm a lowly soldier. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. During the actual deployment ceremony, he had said remarks complete so many times when he was called on stage that during the actual ceremony, he got up there, got behind the microphone and said remarks complete, and then went and sat down. And then I could see him sitting on stage, and 2 seconds after he sat down, he realized what he did and just went, oh, fuck.
You didn't hear it. You saw him mouth it, though.
Yeah. He didn't actually give the speech he was supposed to give, and they just kept going. That was the best
Good.
redeployment ceremony ever because it was about an hour shorter than it needed to be.
Good.
Anyway,
So there was no fallout from that?
no, not really.
No, it's just a thing that
It's
happened.
the sergeant major who's gonna yell at him.
All right. Cool. That's another good set of stories. I like these guys. I already liked it. Yeah, I like these guys a lot. Yeah, thank you. Again, sorry I don't remember the person's name who suggested this channel. But, yeah, it's starting to be a good favorite of mine. Yeah, there might be another video tonight, possibly. I still got to upload. I recorded my anime watching stuff earlier today, so I might not be able to do another video, but maybe we'll see. Just don't give your hopes up. I know everybody's clamoring for Sinister Charlie's videos. Boo. Bibbidi boo. They're not. But yeah, thanks guys again for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good inside. So yeah, thanks a lot. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.